I wanted to share this with you guys because this sandwich is like just so good. I actually have like two sandwiches, but it's so good that I just didn't want to like not share it with you guys. I said, hey, let's show you guys what's going on. All right, so I'm about to eat me a cheeseburger, guys. Homemade cheeseburger. Now one a bacon cheeseburger. Now one of these things are already eaten off of, so forgive me. I already started eating lunch. All right, so what we did was we put American cheese on it, bacon, a crispy bacon, right? Seared up real nice, and we also put some jalapeno cheese on it. And the jalapeno cheese is what really gives it the kick. That jalapeno is boss, boss. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I put extra mayonnaise on and onions on everything. So we got some onions on here too. Here's a piece of bacon. Maybe next time I'll have it on a sub roll for you guys or a bun. But right now we have it on sliced Italian bread. But that jalapeno is really making this sandwich kick. So we made two cheeseburgers, one with jalapeno and American, and one with just American. I made one burger with Sargento American cheese, and one I think with Kraft American cheese. And there's a difference between the two. Sargento is supposed to be like more of a natural cheese. Hey, what's going on? Sargento is supposed to be like more of a natural cheese. And so it's got a lighter flavor, right? A lighter flavor to it. Hey, what's going on, bro? Yeah, it's got like a lighter flavor to it. But the Sargento cheese is really good. Hey, Aubrey, what's going on? Well, what I'm eating right now is a cheeseburger, homemade cheeseburger. And the bacon really sets it off. I don't know about you, but I like bacon cheeseburgers. All right, here's another one. Another bacon cheeseburger right here. So I put lettuce, tomatoes, mayo, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise on it. And like I said, I put extra mayonnaise on it. Can't skip the bacon. Aubrey said, I'm jealous. It's good. I made it. Sometimes you just want a good home cooked burger, you know? And when you cook it yourself, make it yourself, you can put all the seasons in that you want, make it as big as you want. Good crispy bacon. That's what I'm talking about. Anybody can make this. You don't have to be jealous. Anybody can make this. And I put extra onions on it too, guys. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Let's see if I can get a nice ASMR bite right now. That's for all you ASMR people out there. Thank you. You too. What are you guys having? What are you guys going to eat for dinner and for lunch? I type it up in the chat. I'm Andrew, and the page is Game Fam. But we do so much stuff on here. We do so many different things on here. We talk about finance. We eat meals. We do motivation, like Motivation Mondays, or whenever I feel like I want to share motivation with you guys. Because I feel like people need to be inspired or encouraged, right? Because of just their struggles in life, right? I don't know if we have any business owners out here. I don't know who's watching. It doesn't just apply to business owners. Everybody needs a little push every day, but definitely business owners or entrepreneurs, people who have an entrepreneur spirit or want to try to be successful in business. For lunch, I had a hamburger. I had hamburger helper, and for dinner, spaghetti. Oh, that sounds really good. Yeah. Hamburger helper. I haven't had hamburger helper in a while, but I remember when I used to have it, it was really, really good. Hamburger helper has so many different things. It's got like tuna helper, all different types of things. And spaghetti. Oh, you can do so much with spaghetti. I gotta have some spaghetti when I come on here one day. Would you guys like to see that? Spaghetti with some good meat sauce and the long noodles. I like my noodles al dente. I don't like them real mushy. And here's another thing. Do you mix all your spaghetti in? Or do you like make the noodles and then you put the spaghetti sauce and the meat sauce on top? How do you do it? Nice piece of bacon. I don't know if you can see that. Bacon and the tomatoes. Nice crispy bacon. All right, so when you have spaghetti and you mix it in, the flavors get all into every bite of noodle. Um, it just depends on how I feel, right? But for the most part, when you mix it in, the flavors get all into the noodles, and so there's no bite of bland noodle, right? Do you put cheese on your spaghetti? Aubrey, do you put cheese on your spaghetti? And if so, what kind of cheese? There's so many cheeses you can use. You can use Parmesan. You can use mozzarella. I like a good shredded mozzarella on it. Oh, and definitely some garlic. I have to put like grated garlic on there. It just sets it off. Garlic and cilantro. Oh, guys, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Oh, you use provolone? Provolone sounds good. Oh, my mic. Hold on. All right, hold on. All right, can you guys still hear me? Hold on. Technical difficulties. Hold on. That provolone really set me off, Aubrey. All right, can you guys hear me? Am I coming through clear? All right. Provolone, that sounds good. You know, some people put provolone on their pizza. Provolone and mozzarella. Mm. All right, looks like we're back in business. Mm. So, do we have any business owners out there? People who want to start a business, right? Okay. So the last video that I did, right? The last video that I made, I was talking about the key to winning in business, right? I said the key to winning in business is not what you really think it is, right? The key to winning in business is not necessarily skill, right? Oh, thank you so much, Aubrey. Aubrey said, shout out to Aubrey. I'm subbing because you sound like a great guy, a person I look up to. I hope you have the best day ever. Thank you so much, Aubrey. You are awesome too. You are awesome too. Everybody has so much potential, right? But I'm gonna just tell you right here, right? The key to winning in business is not necessarily your skill, because your skill will change over time, right? The key to winning in business is actually your belief system, having faith in yourself. That is the key to winning in business, right? So if you are a brand new person and say, hey, I am sick and tired of my job, right? I want to start my own business, whether it be a clothing line, whether it be, you know, a shopping, what do you call that? Shopping site, whether it be, I'm naming a lot of things that I have experience in, like a shopping site, whether it be a mechanic, you know, repairing cars, whether it would be, what are some businesses? If you guys have a business that you want to start, just drop it in the chat. Whether it be a sewing business, I'm still sticking around clothing because clothing is like awesome. All right, what else? What else? Oh, okay, okay. What's another business out? You guys give me some ideas. You could be mowing lawns, right? You could start a landscaping business, right? You could be a DoorDasher or Instacart shopper or an Uber driver. It really doesn't matter. Whatever business you have, it depends on your belief system, right? And 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 so where your skill lacks, your belief will take you there. Ah, you make keychains. Awesome. Where your skill lacks, your belief system will take you there. Right? So let's say you are a brand new person trying to start a jewelry or accessory business, keychains, for example, right? You may start off with one product line. I mean, one product itself, right? You have one keychain, right? And how can I say it? You may have one thing and it's not selling, and you may give up because it's not selling, right? I've started a business before, In fact, I've had several businesses. And I'm going to just keep it real. You could be in business for anything and be successful. Anything. Like I said earlier, you could mow lawns. You could have a chauffeur business, be a cab driver, right? You could be a person who makes clothes. That's very popular right now. Ship on demand. Shout out to all the ship on demand people. And accessories like keychains, like a keychain stores, kind of like on that same level, right? So to get you started you need a website, right? And there's so many places out there where you can get a website. I'm gonna just drop some. I'm gonna just drop some places. There's GoDaddy. Shout out to GoDaddy. There is Bluehost. There's HostGator. There's so many different website hosting companies. There's Shopify, which is very, very popular right now. That site is like, that place is where you can just like really get the ground running, right? They have templates that can get you started. All you need to do is take your photos and put your price up, what you're willing to sell. Make sure you mark it up where you can make your profit, even though you're like whatever your cost is, you have to mark it up so you can cover shipping and make a profit, right? So Shopify is an awesome place too. And so all you need is your website. Get your website going and put it out on the web. Just put it out on the web. That is your first step. Most people don't get started, right? Just take that first step. Sometimes you need to take the first step, and then everything else will just fall in place, right? I'm so sorry I have to go, but you have a great day. I will try to be on every live you have. You sound like a great person. I'm really sorry though, but I have the best day. Believe in yourself. Yes. Thank you so much, Aubrey. Believe in yourself. Have an awesome day. And thank you so much for subscribing. Shout out to Aubrey. Shout out to Aubrey. But for you guys out there listening, Aubrey has a keychain. So if you guys are in the chat, shout out to Aubrey. Aubrey has a keychain business, right? What I suggest to Aubrey is to get a website, right? If you're technically inclined, I would go with something like GoDaddy. If you're not, I would go with something like Shopify, right? Shopify is real quick, get you going real fast, and you're online instantly, just like that, right? And then the next thing you do, once you get your website, because that is where you're going to accept your money, right? Your website is where you're going to get your business, is where your money, your cash flow is going to come into your business, your website. That's where you're going to start. So that is your store. The website is your virtual store, right? You don't have a brick and mortar business, nor do you need one. The website is your store. So start with your website. The next thing you need to do, and all business need to do that, is to start marketing. You need to advertise. Now those words sound similar, but how can I say? A lot of people think those are the same, but they're different. Those two words are actually very different. They're associated, but they're not the same, right? Those two words are associated, but they are not the same. But you need to do both of them. You need to get out there, put your business out there so that you can get business, right? Put your company out there, what you do, your service, your product out there. Oh, I forgot about services. You could have a cleaning service and scale that and become very successful at it. Yeah, you can have a cleaning service. You can have a staffing company and be successful at that. What are some other business? You can have an affiliate marketing company where you sell other people's products and become successful at that. If you're technically inclined, I have a little technical knowledge. If you are a web developer, I do a little bit of that. You can actually sell your websites to other people. Anyway, you can be successful in any business, right? So first thing you need to do is get your website so that you can actually have your virtual store. Your website is your virtual store, guys. And then you need to market it. Where would you market it? Where can I market my business? You may ask that, right? Where can I market my business? Well, there are tons of places where you can market your business. Some are free, some where you put sweat equity into, some you have to pay for. All right, let's take it old school. Right, back in the day, you know, let's say you're a hairstylist, for instance. Right, I told you I've been in different industries. Right, let's say you have a hair salon, for instance. You are a hairstylist. Shout out to all the hairstylists out there. You guys rock. Okay, I give it to you. All right. The way that hairstylists used to market themselves, the main way that they used to market themselves was through business cards, right? And flyers, right? Word of mouth advertising was the way that hairstylists would advertise themselves, word of mouth, right? Which is the best way, by the way. Word of mouth is the best way to advertise yourself. So you could start there. In fact, even if you're a digital store like Aubrey, which has a keychain company, right? I suggest, I strongly suggest that they get themselves a business card. Why? Because it makes it real to you. All right. So you can have a digital asset, which is, or a digital store, which is your website, but it's digital, right? Sometimes you need a card, something that you could feel that makes it real. And that way, it's like, okay, this is my business, right? I didn't even talk about forming a company. I just said start with a website. But anyway, get yourself a business card, guys. And wherever you go, just hand them out, right? I don't know what this person and Aubrey does. I don't know if making keychains or having that store is their main, or if they have a side job, or if this is, you understand, I don't know what they're doing. But if this is their side job, you definitely have an opportunity to market it when you're working and when you're not working, right? So I suggest you get some flyers and some business cards. And so I don't know what kind of, this is like some business advice, right? So I don't know what kind of market a keychain. We about to flip this and give you guys some real world scenarios, okay, right? All right. So if I was a keychain entrepreneur, right? If I had a keychain store, right? The first thing I would try to find out is what is my target audience? What is my niche, right? Is my niche for mature people? Is my niche for children, teens? I would target adults as well as young adults if I had that, right? And I would make it catchy, right? So here's some business advice right here. I would make it catchy. Like, how do you make it catchy? Like with a keychain, I know there's some design involved into it. I'm not really familiar with the business. All I know is I've had a keychain before. So there's one route you could go by making it custom, right? So there's a website. Oh, what is it called? What is it called? It's a website that allows you to have a. Oh, I wish I had my cell phone right here. Let me look it up. It could be Printify. It could be. Oh, what's the other one? There's another website that allows you to make specialty products, right? And so I can make it, you can actually make it unique to the person, right? So you can make your keychain say an individual person's name, right? And that could be a whole product line for you, right? Possibilities are endless, right? So you can start off with one or seemingly like one keychain, and it could actually be for anybody. It could be keychains for Andrew, right? And have my name on it with a nice design, right? Keychains for Aubrey and have my name on it with a nice design. It could be keychains for Tammy or Cindy or whatever and have a nice design for it, right? The possibilities are endless. So you can turn one keychain and have several different designs for it, and it all could be personalized. And people love personalized things, right? People love personalized things. Water break, guys. Water break. So here's one lesson for young entrepreneurs. It's okay to start off with one product, or service, and then you can expand on it. Start off with one product or service and expand on it. But whatever you do, you have to go all in. You can't, you have to be committed, right? Because being committed gives you that extra oomph that will take you to where you need to go. That'll give you that extra resourcefulness that will take you to wherever you need to go, right? You could also make a bracelet business, right? That's arts and crafts, right? Jewelry making business, beaded jewelry, right? Bracelets for men and women. The possibilities are endless. All right, so you have your virtual store, and then you need a product to sell. Once you have that product to sell, you take photos. I said, get you a business card, make it official for yourself, market it on a regular basis, and that's base one, right? And then you have to find out how to market online. Once you market online, that gives you the ability to reach thousands, if not millions, of customers. I said thousands, if not millions, of customers. Once you market on the line, online, on the internet, on the World Wide Web, you have the ability to reach millions of customers, right? So get good at that, right? There's tons of ways to market online, free and paid, right? Pay per click and free. Um, but use them, right? All right, so this is Andrew. I'm glad you guys had a word with me. We had a meal, right? We had a bacon cheeseburger, which I think was so awesome. And we rocked out with a business owner, and hopefully we gave them some good advice and helped them to set themselves on to the road of success. I'd love to see some success stories on here. I'd love to see, hear that whatever I've said has actually improved someone's life and gave them some good direction. When I first started business, I had all inspiration. You know, I don't think I had anyone in my corner to tell me. I mean, I had a good environment, but I didn't have anyone really to say, go ahead and do this, right? Right. That's another thing in business that you need to help you to have belief. You need a reason. You need a reason why. Your why needs to be bigger than any obstacle that you have. I've heard so many people out there say it, and I'm sharing it to you guys. Your why or your reason why needs to be bigger than any obstacle that you face. And that'll keep you going when times get tough. Right? So, one of the things that I wanted to do was I wanted to provide for my family. I wanted to be successful for my family. And so that was my reason why to get started, right? I didn't like the way things were going. And so I wanted to improve things. And so Whatever your reason is, hold on to that reason and it'll take you far. All right. Talk to you guys later.